Alright, let's go to SSC. Shadow Spire Cathedral. So this is where you come in if you're a Dexter with Chiefgate. So SSC, just after Crawl Eye, is probably the hardest dungeon. Before Wildland it was the hardest dungeon. First floor is as hard as the other, maybe worse. So if I zoom out, you can see it's like too big always. You can cross a few times over, get 3 or 4 places, but it's basically too big always. So there's a lot of variation of gargoyles. So this one does bleeding. It will put semi-EV bleeding on you or on your pets. It's not that big of a deal. Normally they spawn in packs, so there's 1 gargoyle and 2 other mobs. It can be rough, but alone it's not that dangerous. I don't suggest any new player to farm in SSC at first. To be honest, you should go farm some other dungeon, just like Crawl Hive. I don't suggest you do that. This is a dead end, but there's few monsters spawning normally. The mud gargoyle do like a machine gun, like 10 times 5 damage. So I'd suggest you don't fight it. The iron gargoyle is the same, but it will also push you back a few tiles if you get it. 2 of them can just kill you right away. This will throw a fireball or a brick or whatever once in a while. That's the only thing it does. It's not that menacing. Ooh, a nice shoot. Golden Gargoyle is also dangerous. It does the same thing as the Iron Gargoyle. Shoot like 10 small thing, will do 5 damage each. All the Mephit things are like casters. They're kind of low HP. So the poison one has a chance to poison you and hit you with a spell. So this is level 2. Same thing, but it's just 1 big cross or so. The mob here, the Stone Shaper, summon like a tornado like this, and if you're close you take damage. The Stone Familiar, the Golem, once in a while, as you see, he slammed the hurts and he hit a big hit in front of him. Does like 40-50 damage. You can dodge it just like Mon Petrum Golem. And the Spectral Priest does spell damage, and once in a while they drop like a purple beam on top of you. You need to move. If you don't move, you get damage every second. The Spectral Footman. You throw an axe from time to time, it put bleeding on you. That's pretty much it. If not, it's a melee mob, so we can kite him around. Sorry, Bard, I'm stealing on your mob. Yeah, so Stone Familiar, big hit in front of him from time to time. Resistant to physical like most Golem. Stone Shaper does a tornadoes, does AoE around it. Let's just see what he does. Yeah. You can see on level 2 there will be those grey portal that spawn from time to time. It will lead you to a random place. It can lead you also to the SSC first floor to exit. It lead you to like a small arena with like 3 or 4 mobs normally, which are spaced out, but there's really hard mobs. But what is nice about them, reds cannot go through there. So if you see a red and you're kind of fucked, you can just go through a gray portal and they cannot follow you. And when you go through the portal and the arena and you kill the mob, you get another portal that leads you to SSC first floor. Then you can normally kind of safely exit. Everything's dead here. So, okay. This dude, Lil Scorcher, he goes invis, and when he come back from vanish, he does a AoE explosion. The Flame Shaper that throw 3 firewall, this is the most dangerous mob. It can just kill you right away because each flames wave does like 40-ish damage. And there was a golem, like the Volcanic Familiar. It's a big golem. He does a big hit in front of him, leaving fire on the floor. So just don't stand in the fire. I will show you. Slams ground and it leaves fires that does that damage. And the hit itself hit pretty hard. So another grey portal. Hornbeast is a melee mob. It throws a ball of disease at you from time to time. You cannot really dodge it. But the dot itself is not that bad. Spectral Footmail, throw axe from time to time. Same thing here, we have a Flame Shaper, a Volcanic Familiars. Okay, I will tell you about that big demon. Let's make a jackal. So we have the same dude that does the tornado spinning thing, and we have the demon. This demon sucks. He can reflex arrows. I think he can reflex spells as well. Not sure. It is pretty tanky, like most demon. Normally there's an angel here somewhere, and she puts bleeding as well. Everything in SSC 2 yields close to 2k, so it's very nice if you can handle it. Doesn't seem to reflect my spell, but I know he can reflex arrow. So yeah, the tornado guy, the stone shaper, 1.5k, and the demon 2k. Spectral Knight, it's like the Chaos Knight in Aegis Keep. He does the spinning thing when you come close. This one can reflect spells, I know, and arrows as well. You can see parry spells. He's parrying my Lich spell right now. 1.6k. We have another Invis dude. I can reveal him. Shit, didn't have time. 1.7k, nice. There's a spectral bishop I didn't show you yet. It's a caster. He throws balls, like small purple balls, and it explodes. It can do a little bit of AoE. It's not like the spectral bishop we'll see at the end, or the other one, which is worse. So this is a spectral bishop. It is not that bad. There's a pontiff which is worse, like the daddy version of it. Like you can see the balls coming now. Spectral Knight, the same thing as before we spin. Corrected Hornbeast, throw a ball of disease. I haven't shown you the Horn Devil, but it's a melee mob. He does a big hit every 10 seconds. He gathers energy and he does a big swing that hit for like 60-ish. So watch out for that, but otherwise, nothing to worry about. We start to be a bit deep. What happened in SSC is you clear the way, and here the mobs are strong. So you kill them slower, less fast, or slowly, slower, whatever. And things spawn in your back, and you can get fucked that way. So yeah, let's just show you the corrupted beast that threw a ball of disease, like it just did. Okay, so there's the Pontiff, which is the... And there's the Bishop. Pontiff is the big dude, but they're too close together. I don't want to aggro all of them. The Angelic Stonework is pretty resistant. She drops like feathers from the skies. It's hard to dodge, or you cannot dodge it, something like that. It put medium bleeding on you, but she does the ability like every 6 seconds, something like that, so we stack up pretty fast. So yeah, she's a bitch. So if you got the end, you have big demons and you have Pontiff and such, which they suck. They do big AoE, spell casting. Sometimes they throw the big balls at you from across the screen. I want to show you the There's a level 3, but it's mostly called the courtyard. It's outside. I really like it. I think we will just try to run. Everything is up. So there are 2 entrances, the courtyard, this one a bit deeper, and just when we enter level 2 down the stairs, you continue that way. So here, there's a small hallway, like this. The Deadvine, she summons like tentacles from the ground. And she comes melee range. She can be a pain because she spawns many tentacles. But when you take down the head, everything else falls apart. There's a corpse flower. She does an AoE disease around her, but the damage is delayed, so you get damage like 5 seconds after. It's just like the Nuxweed in Darkmire, or in Mount Petrum, there's one. The death cap is exactly the same thing as the mushroom in Darkmire. It will rain on us. You can dodge it, but instead of being poison, it's going to be disease. You'll see. He will shake his head. And this is disease and not poison, but it's exactly the same. There's a grave bugs. It's a nice 1-slot tank pet. It just eat the body. If there's a body near of it, it would eat it and it will regen his HP. Also, you have a chance on melee hit to put bleed disease on you. That's pretty much it. Weird aggro. And there was a Soldier Widow, which is like a small ghost. She does AoE around her, like throwing skulls. It does like 20 something damage to everyone, even if you're invisible around it. And she's a spellcaster. Same mobs if you go to the ends. Deadvines, Corpse Flower, Soldier Widow. So yeah, they drop 1 to 1.2k each. So yeah, here on the outer edge of the main courtyard, you have Spectral Bards and Spectral Marksmen. Spectral Marksmen, every few seconds, I think 5 seconds, throw 2 shots randomly around him. Each shot does like 30 something damage. So if you get shot twice, it can hurt a lot. What sucks, Spectral Bard can put anyone like invisible in the sleep, and it will make a copy of you attacking anyone around you. It can be a pain. Let's just see how it goes. The both together, they sucks because it will maybe paralyze my demon and I won't have a tank pet anymore. Yeah. Oh, he did a copy and the other one is doing nothing. So. It only lasts for like 5 seconds, but it can still sucks. And it is pretty tanky towards magic. And so here we have the same mob. Soldier Widow, Gravebug, Deadcap, Corpse Flowers. It is divided in 4 and we almost have one of each, so 4 mobs per square. So it's really nice to farm here, to be honest. It's good on Archer as well. Spectral Lancer, it's a Cavalier, so it will charge at me. Eventually. Yeah, charge. That's it. That's his only ability. So pretty much it. The Spectral Marksman, we already saw it. He shoot a few arrows. By himself, he is not dangerous, but if you get something spawned in your back while fighting him, it sucks. Getting out of SSC can be tricky as well. When we go back to level 1, if everything is up, there will be like 3 gargoyle waiting for us. I have frost armor, so normally I should not die, because I cannot die for 5 seconds if I get too low, but still. Yeah, so yeah, everything is up. And just go up. So that's it for SSC. I like it. There's not a lot of PKs here because you can escape on level 2 with gates. Mobs are pretty tough, and PKs normally don't run any PvM skills, or almost. And yeah, good monster, good density, good drop. You just have to know the ability and not to get fucked. So see you later, guys.